We are moving to 1995 with Children of the Corn 3, Urban Harvest. This is my number 2.
Oh, number 7.
Oh, you don't really like it?
I knew we were.
This one's fun. I really liked this one.
Yep.
If you like the nonsense of 2, this one cranks that up even further.
I can see why someone would, if you liked number 2, why you'd like this one. It doesn't hit quite as.
So well. I'll state, I don't think any of these are good movies.
Yeah.
But a ranking against each other, I think some of them really stand tall. Yeah. And for me, it's the early entries. The early entries, I think, where they had a little bit more money, a little bit more budget, like just they could do more, where they weren't just, okay, we're going to give you $10,000 to shoot in a field and there's just nothing
That's
going
why
on.
our picks are going to be.
So you don't mind some of those ones where they shot in a field and they had nothing to work with, apparently.
No. That's how I feel about a lot of the earlier ones. They're just too much corn in the middle of.
Oh, really? See, well, but I mean, Urban Harvest. There's hardly any. We're in the inner city, buddy. Yeah, I don't know. I thought you would have this one a little bit higher, just for the third act.
I feel like as I was watching, I'm like, I'm probably supposed to like this one better.
Buddy. This is the Revelations. Or not Revelations. Sorry. This is the Resurrection. This is the
Halloween Resurrection.
This is the Halloween Resurrection of the series. Yeah. Okay, let's get into the plot. So it instantly opens with a title card followed by white text on a black background. Why?
Don't do it.
Why are you doing these credits? Boring credits. This is our first entry brought to us by production company Dimension Films. And we're going to have a long talk about Dimension Films at the end of this. Yep. We then open with a small trailer outside the familiar cornfields of Gatlin, Nebraska. An enraged drunk man is chasing after his son Joshua, brandishing a fucking scythe.
Yep.
Joshua runs into his younger brother Eli, who tells him he'll deal with their father. The father appears before Eli, who runs off with some sort of Bible decorated with like corn and shit.
I call it the Necronomicon. Copyright Mark Skews 2025.
Runs away with the Necronomicon. Nicely done, Mark. And it's the only entry that has this Necronomicon. Right. Yeah. Just then, the cornfield comes to life and literally crucifies the father in a brutal moment. It like sews his eyes shut with like that. That's cool.
And like strings him up.
Yeah, it's great. Yeah. Joshua returns after having run ahead, having completely missed the corn crucifixion. Cut to the big city at a bus station where a foster worker is speaking to William and Amanda, who are adopting the two brothers. The boys arrive and are welcomed to their new foster parents to the city of Chicago. Urban Harvest, buddy. We're going inner city, man. What are you shaking your head?
I don't know. It's the funny thing about it is like you didn't like the themed Leprechaun, like Leprechaun in Vegas. You liked the in space one.
That's not true. I liked Leprechaun Back to the Hood, and I liked Leprechaun in Space.
Yeah, this is the Children of the Corn version. Like
yes, this is pretty much as wild as we're going to get.
The only time they go off.
This is like the only time they
corn
and
path.
That's why I love it.
Yeah,
because they try a thing, and you're not going to forget this one.
Yeah,
if you watch this one, you're going to remember this one because it does a lot of things.
If you only see this one, you are not getting a good cross-section of what Children of the Corn is.
Or maybe you are.
Or maybe you're getting the best of it, yeah.
Okay. They arrive at their new house, and Eli very quickly starts acting strangely, seemingly using abilities to break an expensive glass figurine. Later that night, Eli sneaks out with a suitcase of corn he brought with him to explore the abandoned factory that's literally...
Just happens to be the zoning laws, the zoning rules in this
never...
city.
There's like, it's literally, there's like 10 feet between the back of their house and a gigantic industrial area. Yeah. That makes... It's Child's Play 2, buddy. The Good Guy Doll Factory just happens to be down the street, right? So Eli goes into the factory to explore, and he proceeds to plant some like cursed black corn seeds.
I mean, first he bumps into the wall of the factory, and you see it's just a set because it just wobbles. But yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
This movie's executed perfectly.
He finds a hole in the wall of this big brick wall that just happens to lead right from the backyard of his adoptive parents.
Yeah, this is where the series becomes unbelievable.
Yeah.
This is where
this is the part that is.
This is it. Yeah. Okay, all right. Thanks, Mark. So, thanks for your expert opinion.
For my nitpick.
Yeah, I was gonna say, can we get a nitpick counter going?
Ding.
That's one. Okay. So Eli plants these like evil corn seeds, and he flexes more of his supernatural abilities.
Yep.
Joshua starts to make friends with some of his classmates, which his clearly evil brother Eli disapproves of. Amanda discovers the evil cornfield Eli has planted next door and speaks to William to express her concern. William heads over to the corn crop to cut it down when Eli intervenes and feeds him some of the corn. Impressed by the taste and quality, William has a change of heart. Eli turns some of the magic corn kernels into cockroaches that spread out into the school cafeteria's food, which is then consumed by the students. Joshua reveals to one of his friends that Eli is actually his adopted brother. And at the same time, the social worker makes a revelation that she finds an old photo of Eli, revealing that Eli has not aged.
He just doesn't change, yeah.
So something is up with this evil little kid. William brings Eli's miracle corn to a business rival because he thinks it's going to be worth a fortune. Meanwhile, Amanda is brutally killed by the evil corn crop. The school principal, Father Frank, it's weird. It's like a high school, but for some reason they have like...
It's like a Catholic school, but there's like a church attached to it.
Yeah, but they're Okay, so I went to Catholic school. I went to Catholic high school.
Yeah.
There was no on-staff priest. So I don't know. I mean, it is the States. The States it has a little more religious. Like I'm not sure. Yeah. I find that this interesting. So because the principal is Father Frank, and Father Frank starts having ominous visions of some impending horror coming. What follows is Eli slowly indoctrinating his fellow classmates into his new corn cult. William and Eli plan to take the evil corn crop global. Joshua learns the truth about his evil adopted brother. So Joshua and his buddy travel back to Gatlin to destroy Eli's Necronomicon.
There you go.
In an attempt to end the corn cult's power before they can take over the world.
Yeah.
This one's fun. I'm surprised. Yeah. It's goofy, man. It's fun. It's stupid.
I will say, despite the fact of how low I have it, if I had to rank them by which one I would watch again, this one would actually be higher on the list because it is just wild.
Yeah. So before I get into, I'm going to obviously jerk off about all the fun, goofy shit.
Yeah.
What don't you like, Mark? Why doesn't click?
I mean, I don't have it like rock bottom.
No,
it
but
just,
7 is, you have it below half. Like, okay, so the urban setting. Let's talk about the urban setting. I kind of appreciate this. It's like we're not even fucking 20 minutes into the movie.
Yeah.
Like they set it up and it's like, we're in the cornfields again. We're in Nebraska again. And then they're just like, nope, we're going to the inner city, buddy. We're going to Chicago.
And normally I would have appreciated that. You're trying something different, except that one of the things that I didn't appreciate as much about this movie is that Eli has no trouble indoctrinating his fellow students like overnight into this kill cult that will murder adults.
Right.
Like at least when you're in kind of like a...
But they play it differently though. This isn't Micah or Isaac who have to use their words to influence you. This is a different version where he's like, no, you just have to eat the corn. Yeah. This is new lore. I don't
know.
Yeah. Mark, have a bite. take a bite. Take a bite of this beautiful super corn that we have here. Yeah. And I think you'll start to agree with what I have to say.
I don't know. It just seems strange. Like his brother Josh is making friends, and he basically says to his brother, to Eli, hey, you should make friends. And Eli's like, yeah, all right. So he just like manifests friends. I was just like,
that Eli is a friend. All right, it wouldn't hurt you to make a couple, you know?
Maybe I will.
They had to do it that way because there's no way in a developed modern city
that's
is
not
anyone
isolated.
going to buy into this. They're going to
this melting pot of people.
Right.
Right.
You know, you have educated individuals who are going to be like, I'm not going to follow you in your crazy adult killing corn cult, right? So they had to use some kind of magic, but I just felt like that one of the things that makes these movies function is that you have this group of kids that believe in this thing, right? And in this case, they're just basically just kind of puppets, really, which... Yeah.
Fair enough. The cult in this one, the corn cult isn't as
less
strong.
culty.
Yeah, I'll give you that. I just like the setting switch.
Yeah.
I like it allows for some fun moments. I think it was a clever idea to take like basically they're just like they never really use this word, but they're almost like Amish people, like the Gatlin, Nebraska
like
people.
Quakers.
Yeah, Quakers, sure, right?
Nowhere.
Like
Yep.
they're very, and it's like a heavily religious area, right? Like it's how they were all raised, right?
Yeah.
So they seem like Quaker folk. So taking them and then putting them into this urban environment, into like the suburbs, and they have to like mix with the inner city kids. It's a fish out of water thing. That's a fish out of water plot device. I think it works though.
He spends like the whole movie messing around with the priest guy, like giving him nightmares. I'm like, just kill him.
Yeah, but you're talking about Eli. I'm talking about. I guess it works better for for Joshua.
That's awesome.
Oshawa, where we are filming. Oshawa, Ontario. Yeah.
If they had done a Children of the Corn in Oshawa, that would be
It's
wild.
because I'm thinking urban city, evil entity. That's what made me think of Oshawa. That was a Freudian slip.
There you go.
But yeah, it works better for Joshua than it does for Eli. Because you're right, Eli is no Micah.
No.
Eli, we're back to just Damien,
I didn't like
the
him as
bringer of
much.
doom.
Yep.
Yeah, he's just walking around. But little moments work for me. Like I liked the scene of Joshua playing basketball.
Why don't you put the Amish kid in?
What for?
Because I said.
No, man. He can't play. Let him play, man.
Can't stop.
Hey, man. You got game?
A little.
All right.
Ball when you sit like my name's Elijah Wall. The black deck mower and I'm cutting up your lawn. You need the parlay kid and run the other way. I don't play. I'm making moves like 10 men a harder weight. I'm above the rim. Showtime will begin.
A nice little detail. I don't know if you caught this. When they show up, they're wearing like reserved, like Bible Belt clothing. Eli stays in that garb the whole fucking movie.
Yep.
Joshua's clothing slowly starts to change.
Yeah. Eli's the true believer, right?
Yeah, but Eli's just an evil demon kid.
Yeah.
He's not even, I mean, Eli is one step beyond even Micah being possessed.
Yep.
Eli, when she finds that photo, it's like, oh, so he's just like evil incarnate.
You're actually the devil kind of
yeah,
thing.
like I almost got the interpretation that Eli wasn't even a person, like a thing. I don't think there was a kid named Eli.
Yeah.
My interpretation was that was the entity almost manifesting, because it can do that. In some of the later entries, there's ghost kids and shit, right? So that was my interpretation.
Yeah.
Was like that he who walked by on the road, the entity just formed this being, right? But Joshua, his clothing slowly starts to change throughout the movie as he becomes Joshua slowly. I guess Joshua works for me more than Eli then. But Joshua's clothing starts to change. He starts to like find himself.
Yeah.
He starts like discovering his identity, right?
I get the feeling that he was really only doing that just to kind of protect his brother. But now that he's in the city, he's like, you know what? I want to live for myself.
Yeah. He starts assimilating, you know, into his environment. The urban setting, it allows for some really over the top moments that reminded me of Sleepaway Camp. Those the dialogue in those movies. It's so the scene where they go for the first day of class is so fucking over the top. It's just madness. So it's like Eli and Joshua go into this class, and then like one of the kids threatens them, pulls out a switchblade.
Yeah.
And there's like, so a switchblade gets pulled, and then and then there's a girl that gets involved, and then that girl's brother then gets involved, and it's like, it's pure madness.
You won't touch this, huh?
Oh, Tila, you're just so bad. What are you gonna do? Cut an Amish kid?
Yeah, well, I'll cut you then, bitch.
Who you calling a bitch, punk? That's my sister. I'll kick your ass, you talk about my sister like that.
Say, what? Come on, what?
Hey, back off.
Come on, what's up, man?
They don't have the time to like sort of show you and develop this naturally, so they just have to come at you, right? Because they have to show you the difference in environment immedied
Yeah,
because they just don't have time to.
But it becomes so
It's just
goofy
comical
and it's
at that point,
comical.
yeah.
But I liked
Yeah.
it. Yeah. What did you think of the idea? I thought this was fun, and they don't really do this again per se. I like the idea that the corn cult can form kind of anywhere. How did you feel about that?
Yeah,
That bugged you?
that's part of the problem.
You don't like
right?
that, eh? I don't. I liked that we got out of the cornfield. This is the close. Just to spoil it, we're not going to space.
No.
The Children of the Corn never goes to space. This is about as much of a deviation from
the only
the
detour
main
you're
formula.
gonna get,
This
really.
is about it.
No.
This is your detour here, and they get out of that rural environment. Now we're in the inner streets. We're in the urban city. I like the idea of, like, if their series was going to evolve, this was a good way to make it evolve. The idea that as long as a few of these evil kernels exist, they kind of can sprout up anywhere.
Kernels.
You know what?
Kernel.
What is
Kernel
that not
of
the right?
corn.
Is that not the right term?
No, it's exactly. It's the double meaning of kernel. Evil kernels exist.
Colonel Corn over here, Mark.
Yeah.
What are you laughing about over there?
The double entendre of what you meant. Like the
Okay, all right.
installing.
So you like the clever thing that I said?
Yes,
Okay,
I'm
right.
giving you a compliment.
Right. Yeah.
I know you're not used to.
Yeah.
hearing
Don't do that, Mark. Don't do that. Okay.
No, I have to disagree with what you're saying because one of the things.
Oh,
that,
what a surprise!
What a surprise! Like the idea that this would only happen in a small town that is so separated from the rest of the world that you could believe that they would indoctrinate themselves with these strange beliefs. So the idea that this could happen anywhere it sort of reduces the impact and the believability that this would happen, right? Like,
Did you like the stinger at the end where it's like the crate of evil corn gets like, there's a little stinger at the end right before the credits where it shows like, because was it William? William, he's like Mr. Businessman. He's set up these contracts to distribute the evil corn. This is also the first time where the scope went this wide.
Yeah.
Where it's like, you never really know, like the corn cult, they kind of just kept to themselves. But in this one, it's more like, no, the entity's trying to go global.
Yeah.
Like literally trying to go global.
Well, William, he works for a food company.
Food distribution network,
and
something.
he's getting dogged because he hasn't come up with like some great
Whatever.
idea, right? I think of Christmas Vacation, the non-nutritive cereal varnish. Like,
Sure.
He's supposed to come up with like the next great food experiment or idea, right? And he's kind of struggling. And that's why when he finds this corn that never goes bad.
It has like magical
and
properties.
can grow anywhere.
Yeah.
He brings that to his boss and suddenly that's the thing that will put him over the top, right? And the funny thing is that he dies.
Yeah.
William, so that his boss just steals his idea
And then that's the stinger. And that's the stinger. The stinger is that, like, even after the bad guys are all defeated, the corn continues, and it ends with that shot of they're like in Germany, and they're delivering the crate of this magic, like of the evil corn.
Right.
And they hang on, they like zoom into the corn, and it's played so straight. You kind of have to give them credit.
Yeah.
Like, there's nothing really inherently scary about corn cobs, right? But like, they went for it, man. They're just zooming in on this corn, like, oh no, this corn's going global,
Right.
Mark.
You are more forgiving of this than I am, but the idea of corn, unless it's being fired through the windshield of a truck or being jammed into the neck of some hapless victim, I don't find corn to be overly stress-inducing or scary, right?
Corn okay, so where I think the corn works the best, where it's the most effective, is when it's a maze.
When it's just a massive field. Doesn't.
But also when it's this massive maze and there are people creeping about in there trying to hurt you, that's when I think it's most effective. It's scary.
But
or
not-
when it becomes other things.
Not when they open up some kid's suitcase and it's full of corn. It's like, we know what it means, but it's not a very It's more just like
Mark,
that's
as
weird.
someone that hates your vegetables, I'm surprised
That's
it doesn't
right.
scare you more
Right.
than it does.
Yeah.
I'm surprised you don't have more of a visceral reaction. Yeah. Well, I'm just saying, yeah. Because I don't think I've ever seen you eat corn, Mark.
Well, there's a lot of things that.
I want to talk about the two protagonists, Joshua and Eli. I mean, I want to give the series credit. They're trying different things.
Yeah, it's different.
Yeah, we went from two lovers, we went to estranged father and son. Now we're going to two brothers.
Yep.
I don't know. Like, I like it. We're mixing the formula again. The problem, I don't like, Eli doesn't work for me as much. Joshua works for me more. I like Joshua because Joshua I kind of want to root for. I want him to assimilate. I want him to fit in. Joshua clearly wants to get away from his past. Eli's just an evil little
He plays
shit.
into the new setting as well, right?
Yeah. And he starts to he's got his little friend group, he slowly befriends them. But Eli, they just go full supernatural with Eli. It's not ambiguous at all. That's what I said. Unlike Micah, it's like, oh no, this is his true self. There is no other. At no point does the veil drop and he's somebody else. He's evil the whole fucking time. They give him all these powers.
Yeah.
He's just got because I think he's just supposed to be the entity.
And he's a bit of a shithead as well. I noticed there's no need for him to break that glass sculpture of his new stepmother.
No, there's no real reason for him
he
to
just
do
does.
that. Yeah. He's not. Eli's not as interesting. He's just this psychic, supernatural hellspawn boy that goes around the whole movie, just kind of doing whatever. I do think it was interesting the way they played the brother dynamic, though, because the brother dynamic at the beginning, and now that once you know Eli's evil, it kind of makes sense. But Eli's much younger than Joshua. But Joshua's played like the timid younger brother. Like Eli is portrayed as the mature older brother, like looking out for Joshua, even though Joshua is clearly much older.
Yep.
So that's an interesting dynamic they play with.
Yeah, I still felt like Josh was protecting his little brother, though. There's a night where they check in on them after they've gone to bed and they're both in the same bed.
Yeah, that was kind of adorable.
Yeah.
I don't know. That was kind of adorable. I kind of liked the idea that they were that close, But it also doesn't really work because it's like, oh, well, Eli was never really a person.
No.
So.
And I did get the sense that Josh, in a way, feels bad for almost abandoning his brother Eli as Josh becomes more integrated into the new world that they're living in. As he becomes an actual teenager, he feels like, I should remain in the traditional clothing. I should remain with the traditional values, but I'm kind of going my own way.
He struggles.
I feel bad about it, but I'm not going to stop doing it.
Yeah.
No.
Did you like the brother versus brother showdown at the end?
Now that I've got you together, I'm gonna crush you completely.
Give it to me!
Screw you! This part of the worm doesn't like being hurt, does it?
They have their little magic battle, whatever the hell's going on there, and Eli starts shooting out fireballs, like Shang Tsung.
It gets pretty wild. At the end.
Wait, before you get, I know what you want to talk about. Hold off on that. Their brother, the little showdown they have is fun. So Eli makes this it's like this big warehouse, and he has made a cornfield in the warehouse.
Yeah. That sometimes has a roof on it and sometimes doesn't. Sometimes has walls and sometimes doesn't.
Yeah, the way I interpreted that was the corn had spread out through the entire facility, and they were just at different parts of the facility.
Yeah.
That was the way I interpreted that.
But I think they got some of their continuity wrong sometimes because somebody steps completely outside.
No way that Children of the Corn 3 Urban Harvest made any goofs. This is peak filmmaking. Yep. Okay, let's get to the part that I know you're going to agree with me on. We have some great effects again. We have some great kills. There's some fun shit in here. Do you know who did the effect work?
I don't.
Screaming Mad George.
Oh, okay.
We have Screaming Mad George doing the effects for this film. We have some actual talent on display here. The opening where the father gets the corn crucifixion.
He gets sort of racked up.
That was a cool effect. Yeah. I've never, because like you said, corn's not inherently scary, right? No. So how do you make that kind of scary? Well, the way to do it is make the plants seem alive.
Yeah.
Right? And so when they do that thing where the plants, a lot of these movies have the plants grabbing people and doing things. that effect worked great where the plants like string him up and then like the corn like plants like sew his eyes and mouth shut. What a cool effect.
Yeah.
It's like,
and they did it pretty well as well.
Yeah, it's pretty convincing. That's generally creepy. Did you catch Amanda's death? She like the entity's like fucking with her. And she trips.
She's in the factory.
She's in the factory.
She falls backwards.
And she falls backwards and smashes her head. And then like it starts shooting water out of her forehead. And then
she lands on like an irrigation pipe.
Yeah.
That is, but she lands backwards and it basically spears her through the back of the head.
And then did you catch what it cuts to?
Excuse me.
Yes, Eli.
Can I get a drink of water?
Go ahead.
And then it cuts to Eli in class and he asks to be excused to go grab some water.
Yes, and doesn't he draw like an X through
like
her
as if
picture?
so basically the implication is he's aware of like he can almost see what's happening, right? Because it clearly is the entity.
Yep.
The one girl's parents, they like feed them the corn and then like their heads explode like Halloween 3 with like bugs. That was fucking awesome. Some fun shit. I'm surprised you're not reacting as much. I thought you would be more into this. It's it's the same shit from 2.
Yeah, I think what it is, and I was thinking about it as we were talking. We're only in the third entry, and I'm already getting sick of just like corn cults and kids. Like it's.
Well, we have
like
8 more to go.
It's already getting bled pretty dry. Like.
I disagree.
Yeah.
I think we're peaking here. I think we're about to crash.
I think we've
real
already
hard.
peaked.
No, I think we're peaking right now. The shot of Joshua's friend getting torn apart in the cornfield. The corn like actually it's like a Mortal Kombat
when they go back
death.
to get the
when they go back to get the Necronomicon. The Necronomicon. So it like stretches it pulls his head off and then like stretches his spine all the way out of his body. It's like a fucking Mortal Kombat death. That was awesome. It's like a fatality.
I didn't like the idea that they are going all the way back out there. It's one of those, you find this in movies where they can't really find a good way to end it, so they end up jumping all over the place, and I just thought it was a bit ridiculous. They go back to the trailer. The guy, the father is still strung up because apparently no one ever removes these bodies.
Oh, he's in the middle of a cornfield. Someone would have to find it.
Yeah. I mean, they went to adopt these kids, so somebody must have found the kids after the father has died. So they know the situation behind why they're being put up for adoption. You know, is anyone going to cut this guy down, or are they just going to leave him up there too?
A lot of these horror movies, they just leave bodies.
It's like Friday the 13th Part 7. Why is that guy still in the bottom of the lake?
I was going to say, they just leave bodies. Like, I don't know that this is... Let me just add to that okay, so that's 2 in the nitpick counter we got going here now.
3, because I commented on the factory that has walls
that's
or a ceiling,
on
but
the
it doesn't.
Counter there, Mark.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
How do you grow corn in a building that has a roof and therefore gets no sun? But it does when they conveniently need sunlight, but it's a building.
How do you grow corn when it's evil corn and it okay, yeah, you're right, Mark. I didn't think of the horticultural aspect of it. Yeah.
Please consider that.
Yeah, I never thought of that. You're right. Yeah, you're right. This whole film couldn't have happened. Yeah, the soil obviously wasn't fertile.
That's right.
Even though they have a line explaining that doesn't matter because it's magic anyways. But
there is a part in this movie where the priest makes the biggest mistake that any adult can ever make.
Right.
He's giving a sermon to a bunch of churchgoers, and Eli is interrupting the whole time. Like he's just doing his own thing. And he makes the classic adult mistake that no adult should ever do. He says, well, if you think you can do better, why don't you come up here and finish, thinking that, every adult can do everything better. Well, no, the kid is going to take that chance and he's going to show you.
And especially because Eli is
gets
like
up there
an evil
and
entity.
Friggin' slays it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought that was funny. Don't ever offer a child the opportunity to.
I like Eli's stupid, like he has to recruit all the inner city kids.
That's right.
And it's so lame. It's so bad. Did you catch the cameo?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, buddy. All right, so let's get to the
Let's finish this
Let's
off.
finish this off. Let's get to the climax of this movie. So, Eli he recruits like all of the he brainwashes them all. They're all brainwashed by the food.
Yeah, like in an instant.
Yeah. And he suddenly, like, he has this whole posse, including the bully kid that was giving him a hard time, is now like his enforcer.
Yep.
And they all look like such dorks, and it's very funny. And he's like giving a speech to them all. And among the Korn cult members is a young
Charlize Theron.
Charlize Theron, her first on-screen role.
Yep.
There it is. It's in Children of the Corn 3. We got our first one, buddy.
She doesn't say anything either.
No, she doesn't have any lines.
Literally
It's
just
her
like
face.
A
It's
shot
just a shot. Yeah.
She's a churchgoer, and that's it.
Yeah. I mean, it's the same kind of shit that I do. Like when I do like acting jobs and shit like that. It's always just you're in a scene, but you don't have any lines. You're just a guy, right? And sometimes you get lucky and they show a shot of you, right? So yeah, so it's just a random shot of Charlize Theron. The highlight of this movie, and this is why I'm shocked you have it so low.
Yeah.
Because I want this is the movie that answers the question that I had to know. And this is why I was so excited for Children of the Corn to do this on Slash Cinema. It's 11 entries.
Yeah.
How do you keep that interesting? What do you make Children of the Corn 1 is so fucking boring. There's just nothing to it. What do you do? And I got my answer.
Yeah.
And I got it here in Children of the Corn 3. Because I want to know, when you have 11 entries, what levels did they get to? How stupid?
Who is willing to push it the furthest? Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And this, I think, this is the one. There is a giant corn monster in this fucking movie, and it is fucking glorious.
Yeah. It's basically like the best I can compare it to is if you're a Godzilla fan, there's a Godzilla kaiju Biollante, which is basically just like a beast made of organic plants and roses. This one is essentially just the same, only made of corn.
Yeah, so they do this thing where the two brothers have a showdown, and then like Joshua wins, and then Eli disappears, and then out of nowhere, I guess the entity reveals itself.
Yep.
So this is like the true form of He Who Walks Behind the Row, which is a giant corn beast, and it's done practically, which is awesome. And I actually compared it. I think it's more like The Thing.
Yeah. That's
specific, because Biolante's too big.
Yeah, I mean, obviously it's massive.
But I would say it's more like The Thing, because it has like corn tentacles, and it's got multiple eyes, and it's this weird, almost like Lovecraftian looking fucking creature. That effect is fucking awesome.
I would say you do owe it to yourself to fast forward to the last 10 minutes of this
and
movie
just watch
and see
this.
that. Yeah.
Because this scene, Mark, there's no way you weren't smiling.
Yeah.
We got this practical thing, corn creature monster, and it just starts massacring the kids.
Yeah.
I think the body count has got to be 10, 15 kids in this fucking scene.
Yep.
Because after Eli loses, all of their brainwashing goes off, and now they're just regular people again. They're like, what's going on?
Yep.
And then the creature shows up and just starts tearing them apart.
He's like, well, you're obviously not supporting me or following me anymore, so...
It's awesome. It just massacres these poor kids. It's like throwing them around.
Yep.
It's like eating. The one girl gets eaten, and it goes to this terrible miniature shop. She turns into a doll for a second.
Maria, the
one love
sister
interest.
of,
Like the Joshua's kind of love interest. Yeah. This scene is glorious. The way they kill it is really lame though. You probably don't even remember, because I had to rewatch it because I was like, how do they kill it? All that happens is Joshua's like, we got to attack the main route. And then it just shows him hacking at a route. And then the thing goes and then dies.
I was so blown away by the spectacle of this happening. Really, because the movie doesn't set up that this type of thing's going to happen, right?
It just comes out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Children of the Corn 3 is the Hellraiser 3 of the franchise.
Yeah, but I didn't like Hellraiser 3. So.
Well, you thought it was pretty good. You thought you had fun with it with me. That's why I'm surprised you have it lower.
Yeah.
Both films,
Hellraiser 3, the one with CD.
Yes.
Okay, sorry.
Yes.
I was thinking Hellraiser 2.
No,
it's
the Hellraiser 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we're trading in the suburban environment for a rural or for a urban setting.
Yeah.
Both movies take place in the city. They both have a darker city atmosphere to them. They both go so wild and over the fucking top. It's so bad it's good. Buddy, Hellraiser 3 and Children of the Corn 3 are the same.
Nah, I didn't like it as much as Hellraiser 3.
The corn monster, okay, I'll agree with you that, but I mean, it's the same kind of escalation.
Yeah.
That third act where like Pinhead just starts massacring everybody in that fucking club scene. That's the corn monster just massacring everybody. Yeah, it's...
Yeah.
This is for me. This is it.
I will say though, I can totally understand why you like this one as much as you do.
Yeah, it's fun. Yeah, it's fun. There's some. Just randomly, one other thing. There's some awful dialogue in this. Did you catch at one point the bully guy says to Eli, he's like, "Well, I thought you were gonna suck my dick."
I wouldn't sit there.
Why not?
Because I think you're going to try to suck my dick.
It's like a kid.
Yeah.
It's so like out of left place.
Yeah.
Like left field. It's
a little too inappropriate.
It's so weird.
Yeah.
But again, that just goes with the charm of this movie.
Does it?
So bad it's good, buddy. So bad it's good. Yeah, I don't have anything else. Children of the Corn 3. It's fucking fun. It's so stupid. It's fun.
Yep.
If you like the dumbness of Hellraiser 3, Children of the Corn 3, that's your entry.
Yep.
That's the one you should go for.